Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I did it. Got the 2 smooth. I've been using a Hinge for a little while. It's a B3 coupe, and I'm not comfortable hunting with a Hinge. I may try it a couple times this season, but in the backyard here I like just having a Hinge, no click, getting reps in, and I feel like I'm a little bit better when I'm firing at a target, like I have back here. When I have the Hinge, there's no kind of anticipation of anything. I used to be real skeptical of anybody that said a surprise release until I started using a Hinge with no click, and then it started to make sense to me. I use a Wise Choice. The whole reason I got this is I use a Wise Choice when I hunt. And the B3 coupe that I've been using, although I really like it, it feels good in the hand, it's nice solid brass. I feel like the height here is a little too far, and I get a little too far back away from my preferred anchor point, and so this one here really fits as a nice brother or sister, or whatever you want to call it, comrade to the whole Wise Choice that I'm using. So I'm gonna sling some arrows, get a little warm up going, and see how a round goes here. See if it does any better than the last time I was shooting. So enjoy. All right, I got some questionable weather, a little bit of thunder, and some intermittent wind. But we're gonna trudge through. There's that wind. That first shot was terrible, by the way. Ten, 8. Definitely low. Did a little trick to these arrows. I realized I was how do I put it? The nocks, although they had movement to spin around the string, the force that it would take to pull that nock off the string was way too high. I think that was giving me some variations. So I folded up a piece of sandpaper, slid each one of the nocks through there a handful of times, and then tested on the string until it would stay but not be too terribly difficult to come off the string. And hopefully that'll give me a little bit more consistency of flight. So, I've been firing away. Made a big old mistake. Ended up not getting set. This thing's a little hot. And it hit off paper. So I'm gonna keep plugging away. Try to not let it get in my head. Because none of this really matters out here in the backyard. I mean, it's set for good practice. Good practice is good practice, but it shouldn't get in your head in the backyard. I got a camera on me and I'm gonna put this on YouTube, so of course there's a little bit of anxiety, but all in good fun. I do feel like I'm a little stressed and I keep flipping this thing rather than pulling straight through. Like I got something to prove. I do like this hinge a lot. I like a hinge in general. Just for the stuff in the backyard. It feels good. You know, it's nice to help with a lot of target panic. It feels good. Good, clean break. So I'm already down 20. Best case scenario is a 280. That's all right. I think my last one was a 268. And I didn't have a 0 in the mix. Ooh. Now my target down there has a 1, 2, and 3 on it. Do you have to shoot it in that order? Can you shoot top, left, left? Does it matter? Mine's left, top, right. And that's how I've been shooting them. That's one you want back. All right. That was a 7, 8, 10. That one I yanked was a 7. Feeling the pressure, trying to make up for that 0. Target panic. Using that bare bow works with my specific target panic. You know, because you got to get that top edge of the arrow lined up with the very bottom edge of the yellow circle out there, and you kind of lollipop it, and that's where I end up holding with my compound and get stuck and then try to jerk it up to get into the 10. But most of the time this helps better than a thumb button. Some ominous looking clouds that way. You know, sometimes you can fake it. Sometimes you feel that front arm is real stable, and you just flip this thing and get away with it. Sometimes you feel like your brake is real good, but you feel like when that release happens, you're not on target, and you end up in a 10 ring. I don't know how that happens. That was bad. Great release. Felt fantastic. Just wasn't on target at all. That release happened sooner than I wanted it to. So I don't think I'm going to beat my last score. This bow isn't really set up for target. It's more of a hunting bow, and I think they have a class for all that. There's some kind of competitive class for hunters, I think. Not sure what all the rules are. I could be outside of the rules on all that. Felt a raindrop. I may end up shooting these last 2 sets at the same time to get out of this weather. Yep, I feel like I can hear that rain coming. Oh yeah. Starting to get nasty. All right. We'll turn this off and we'll do the scoring inside. All right, scoring round's all done. Happier than I think I was with my previous compound round, but having that 0 in there really screwed things up. So I'm still getting used to this new hinge, but I mean, I think that was really more the part of the more reason to be out there messing around with this anyway. Kind of put the new product under pressure and put myself under pressure. So I've got the old hinge here, and just to show kind of the difference in height, you can tell that coupe is just a little bit longer in the neck, and really where I'm holding it, it ends up being a little bit further back, this side. So it's back there, and I just get a little bit tighter, and it feels a little bit more comparable using this 2 Smooth to that Wise Choice that I'm using when I hunt, which is right here. They're a good pair together, and I've got one of these little dingles on there. I'm not sure what they're called, but it lets me hook onto my D-loop and then pinch that little piece right there on my string so it doesn't flail around too bad when I'm sitting in a tree stand. But yeah, I like this. I thought I might have some issues not having a third place to grab onto, but you gotta basically pull back with just your index finger and your thumb to keep this thing from going off, unless you really take a lot of that throw out of it. And so it doesn't really bother me any. And when I'm just shooting in the backyard off season, I'm only pulling maybe 63, 64 pounds. Hunting season's about 72, so it's not as big of a problem, I don't think. But it feels solid. Like I said, I really like the ability to set these with no click. I think having a click in a hinge doesn't make any sense at all. It's just like going to cause more panic. So no click. I got it set pretty hot so that I'm not sitting there having to pull and think I'm like, I don't know. I think having it set hot is better, honestly. The coupe I had set up not quite as hot, and it seemed like I would get stuck at a point where I felt like it should be firing, and then I'd force it. I'd twist like that or jerk some kind of way. Not that I couldn't set this to be a little bit hotter. I could. It just doesn't anchor the same for me. But so as far as the scoring goes for this round, negative 35. So what's that, a 265, which is worse than my last scoring round, but I didn't have a 0 in my last scoring round either. So if I were to average that back up, I might be, you know, a good few points higher than my last round. 265. So I'm really not all that upset. I mean, I was hammering this. This bottom left target was getting hammered pretty good there in the yellows. This is my first. I always shoot this one first, and that one's the most wayward. I don't know if that tells me anything. And then top, I felt pretty good about. Couple stray ones. But that third end where I just totally pooped one out there and missed the target completely. Total rookie mistake. Other than that, I'm real happy with this thing. As soon as I pulled it out of the box, I turned it so there wasn't any click. I adjusted the moon just a little bit to make it a hair hotter, and man, it's my go-to now for backyard target stuff. And if I were to ever go to do some competition, if I were doing 3D, if I were doing indoor, outdoor, anything that would be like a target setup, this is the kind of thing I would use. I would never use a thumb. I would never use an index. I can't stand the resistance, you know, the like the, where is it? I got a little mini Evolution. It's like a silverback. That just does not jive with me. All right, so 265 with a 0 in the mix. Not terribly upset about it. I really like this 2 Smooth. I like it a lot. It marries well with the Wise Choice. And so I'm gonna keep cruising with this. Hopefully I'm gonna have some more videos out for some barebow stuff. There's a fellow that commented who's also named Greg, and recommended some big targets for barebow. So I'm going to start slinging barebow at those, and I'll probably do a scoring around here soon. I'm feeling a lot better with the barebow as well. Couple little things I'd like to tune up, but you know, I've got that bottom of the line kind of barebow set up, and it can only get tuned up so well. But yeah, I'm excited to get some more videos out, some more content. I haven't had anything really come out in a few weeks. It's been crazy. I've been bouncing around, traveling and doing stuff for work, and pregnant wife, so lots of fun there. But I appreciate y'all joining me. Take care.